Get a boat. Get a boat. That right there is how it's done. Inside the mouth. Big old nice. Right there, the fish just had it by the tail. Advantage of throwing a white speed crawls. I seen part of the bait outside of its mouth. He's gonna bite it though. She's got it. About time. That fish just choked it. It's nice, probably 3 1/4, 3 1/2, a little bit smaller than what I thought, but still a nice one. As you can see, inside the mouth. You can see a bloody tail on her. She's up there spawning, she's peeing. It's a big old buck actually. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let her go. Let her get right back to that bed, and basically that's all we were doing. Is, I mean, that fish at first, if I would have flipped this in right off the bat, that fish would have took off. I never would have seen that fish again. So what I had to do is I had to really show him something that was really finesse, something that didn't make a whole lot of commotion. So I threw that Senko in there, and it had a lot of interest in it, but it just wouldn't commit to it. So then I switched it up to the jig and to this little speed crawl, and basically, like I told you before, I'm just throwing 20-pound sunline on a 7.5 foot medium heavy Halo Twilight series rod, and these rods are in line, really sensitive combination, and it allowed me to feel those bites on my knees, you know. So you just had to stay low. That was one key thing. And that fish is actually already back up there cruising around on its bed, so we're gonna leave it be and let it spawn this year. Let's see if we can catch some more.
Can't see it real good. Actually, probably can't see it at all, but all out here, there's all scattered beds. They're deep. They're probably about 6, 8 foot. So they're hard to see with the eye, and it's hard to sight fish. So right now, what I'm resorting to is a spinning rod, braid to fluorocarbon, and I'm throwing a wacky rig Senko. This is during the spawn. It's hard to beat a Senko. I'm just going to fan cast it out here and see if I can get a bite. Tough. You gotta kind of just, when you cast it out, you gotta put your rod tip down. Kind of just fish it real slow. This one here, I caught this one just fan casting a Senko. So as you can see how deep he's got that. Nice one.
Got right in front of us, we got a bed there that has about a 2.5 pounder on it. And then we got a bed right here. This one over here seems to be interested right now. I just got a Senko just sitting on the bed, just shaking it. Oh, I think he's got it. He's got it. Oh, he's got me hung up. Oh. Nice one. Hey, Trey, watch out. About 2 1/4 inside the mouth. Now I'm just fan casting Senkos. They're just a lot of times when I'm covering water, I'm going down the bank, I'll just cast a Senko to these light spots. A lot of times when they're finicky and they're tough to catch, you can just catch them doing that. And go ahead and let them go. Basically a little recap of what happened today. We caught a few fish on beds, and then also I caught a couple fan casting a Senko. Basically when I'm bed fishing, a lot of times I'll try and pick up a bait that I can cover water and it'll still be productive and still have a good probability of getting bit. Sometimes it's a prop bait, but this place here we fished today is very clear, so instead I chose the fan cast a Senko. And basically on that, it really didn't matter. We caught some on a 4-inch Senko and some I also caught some on a 5-inch Senko. And that I choose to use braided fluorocarbon just because of the sensitivity. It's a lot better. But the main thing when I do approach a bed that's a little bit deeper, and as you see in the video, sometimes I would switch to a drop shot, but when I did find a bed that was a little deeper or a fish that was on a bed that was shallow but locked on there, I would choose to flip. Just when you're flipping, you're using a heavier rod, heavier line, bigger hook, and your probability of landing those fish are a little bit better. And what I chose to use first was this, and basically I went over it a couple times already, but it's just a speed crawl, zoom speed crawl, 20-pound fluorocarbon halo rod, and that was the one outfit. The other one was just an all-terrain jig, and I switched it up a little bit. I threw a zoom speed crawl and I also threw a smallie beaver on the back of that, but I just kept it black and blue. I don't think the color really matters, it's just the presentation. And it's also, this jig is very good because it's a real light wire hook, and it's also a light weed guard, so you can throw a little bit lighter fluorocarbon if those fish are a little bit finicky. That was the third one. Other rods today didn't really play a role. I thought they would. I had a frog and I also had an Aragon, which is a bigger swim bait. A lot of times you can throw that over bed. It resembles a bluegill. But hopefully those tips helped you and you got a little shell on this bed and fish. And until next time, we'll post another video. Take care.